Good morning. It is a bright sunny day, and quite a few of the people here have been working on this project for the last 10 years. So it's a very important day. We appreciate all of you coming. I want to start out by thanking the sponsors. Thank you. Okay. Of this morning's event, and also recognize some of the people working on the project. Event sponsors, Angel Rea, project manager, Griffith Company. They're going to be building this project. Ryan Wilson, resident engineer, NV5. Karen Chapman, design services manager, TY Lin International, who designed the project. Yeah! Greg Garab, program manager for Parsons. And Andy Perez, senior vice president of the Lee Andrews Group. We thank all of you. I wanted to do, this is the first time we've ever done this. We recognize people who build it, who design it, who oversee the construction. On this particular project, I have to call attention to the hardest working group involved, the legal staff. Yeah! 8 lawsuits, 7 victories. Ginny Gennaro, or did you make it this morning? Andy Hageland, Deputy City Attorney. I know you're here. Thank you. Their billable hours are too high, so they're not present, but also Nossaman Law Firm and Lewis, Brisbane, Biscard, and Smith, and Caltrans legal team member Judith Carlson. All of them contributed to handling litigation, which has been ongoing since 2014. We have some representatives here of various elected representatives, and Aaron Falk representing Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy. We thank the Majority Leader for his assistance on this project. Come forward.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Aaron Falk here for Congressman Kevin McCarthy. Kevin asked me to come down here today and just say how proud he is of the process that we're going through here. Very excited to see this get across the finish line, and he's grateful for the hard work of everybody involved. On behalf of Congressman McCarthy and the United States Congress, I do have a certificate of recognition I'd like to present to Mr. Tandy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very much.
Congratulations, and we're looking forward to the rest of this.
Thank you. Ben Stark, representing Senator Gene Fuller. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Well, this is a long time coming. We're super excited to have the 24th Street project finally across the finish line. As someone who's lived in Oleander, in Westchester, and all over downtown Bakersfield, this is a critical link between 99 and 178. And so I'm excited. Personally, Senator Fuller wanted me to present today a certificate of recognition honoring the occasion. This is presented to the City of Bakersfield and to TRIP in honor of the commemoration of the 24th Street Improvement Project groundbreaking ceremony. And she says, please accept my sincerest congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I had nothing to do with authoring those lines. We have a selfie station back behind the tent. It's a thing where you can take your own picture, have somebody take your picture under a little banner that recognizes this particular project. So please take advantage of that. Mia Cifuentes, representing Assemblymember Vince Fong. Vince, of course, has been involved in this project since the very beginning in earlier roles as a support person for the congressman, and now in his role in the legislature, and he's been a massive help to us.
Thank you. Good morning. It's a great turnout this morning. How great is 24th Street looking already? It's looking amazing. So on behalf of the State Assembly and Assemblyman Vince Fong, we would just like to congratulate the city and thank the city as well as TRIP. You guys have done a phenomenal job with putting everything together and making our city just improve the transportation in, as well as making it look beautiful. So I really would like to thank you, and just congratulations. Can't wait until the finished project.
Thank you very much. Perry Finzel, Congressman Valadeo's office. Do we have to give equal time? No, I don't think so.
Hi, on behalf of Congressman David Valdeo, I want to congratulate you. But also, I mean, our office, I have a cold, sorry. Our office is downtown, so anything to improve this stretch right here, I'm all for, because getting in and out can be quite difficult when we live on the road, I'm sure you know. So on behalf of Congressman David Valdeo, I'd like to, I don't want to shake your hand, I'll give you this.
Thank you for both.
I'd like to congratulate you on the improvements.
Thank you much. I hope I don't butcher this. Athena Skopinakis? Close? Representing Rudy Salas. Morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is an honor to be here on behalf of the California State Assembly and Assemblyman Rudy Salas. I'd just like to present this certificate of recognition to the city of Bakersfield in honor of your groundbreaking through the Thomas Roads Improvement Program. Thank you for your continued support and positive impact in our local community. And I can tell already, this is fantastic. I'm so excited.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we want to acknowledge elected officials of the city who aren't speaking. Bob Smith, who has been an advocate for this project for a long time, is here. Bob came in through alternate transportation mechanisms. I have not seen other council members. If somebody else is here that I haven't seen, let me know. We are going to move on. I'll have some more comments later. I only get pumped up and do these kinds of things about once every quarter or 6 months when we have a groundbreaking or ribbon cutting on trip. But the next speaker does it, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a day, 7 days a week. The Honorable Karen Go, Mayor.
Thank you, Ellen. What a wonderful day this is. So, what is common with Heinz 57, Guinness UK probably, and the 24th Street project? Good things come to those who wait. Good things come to those who wait, and we've been waiting for this wonderful day. Good things also come to those who collaborate, and from the list of people that Ellen identified and those just joining us here today, we know that collaboration is the key. And so for all of us, we are excited because of the increased connectivity, the jobs that this is bringing, and just the forwardness of this project in moving forward a city that's growing, a great city. We are so proud of our city. Thank you to all of you who have had a part in bringing it to this point, and we'll continue waiting and celebrating for that great day when this is totally completed. But for right now, the groundbreaking, good things have come for those who have waited. Thank you so much, Congressman Bill Thomas, and all of you. Let's continue to celebrate this wonderful day.
You know, the little group of people who filed the 8 suits really aren't worth much mention. But this project had a lot of positive public participation, more than any I've seen. We had every Tree Street decide to petition the city and get, I believe it was 3/4 or higher number of the residents on the street to get a cul-de-sac that would be compatible with this project when it was over. And then during the circulation of the initial EIR, there were a lot of questions, a lot of concerns, and we had a group called Do It Now, Do It Right. Are there any people who are participants in that here this morning? They said to us, you know, you need to decide, this is a special street. You need to have special walls, you need to have special monument recognition, you need to have special landscaping and design, And the city did listen to them, and we moderated this project in accordance with their wishes. And over here you will see some renderings and so on of what the project is going to be. We will deliver on our promises, and we appreciate the positive participation of the neighbors who came forward to bring a better idea about how to do the project. The next speaker is a blessing. He is positive, he's bright, he's articulate, he never stops working. He is just fantastic to work for, and I so thank the voters of Ward 2 for bringing him here. Andre Gonzalez.
Thank you, sir. Thank you and good night. That's an awesome introduction. Let's hear it for Alan Tandy, the hardest working city manager in the country. Incredible. I am so excited and I just can't hide it. This is an incredible day, an important day for the city of Bakersfield. You know, as I was thinking about this moment this morning, I thought about the book of Ecclesiastes and a few passages I'd like to share with you. Most of you have heard these passages before, but there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them together. And I thought about that for two separate but related reasons. It is a time for us to build the 24th Street project. That deserves a round of applause, actually. And it's been time. It's been time for several years. And it's tragic to think of how much time, energy, and money have been wasted debating what we all knew what was inevitable and what was right and what was important for our community. But the time is now for us to turn the page of all that negativity, to turn the page of the past, and to look towards the future, and to build this project, which will be a wonderful gateway for downtown. The second reason this was very poignant for me was that as I think about all of the years of debate and all of those who spent time trying to divide a neighborhood that is so special and storied and unique, that is Westchester, I recognize that today it begins a new era, a time to bring people together. For our community of Westchester and the entire city of Bakersfield to come together as one, get behind this project, make it the best it can be, and to begin working and casting a bigger vision for the future of Bakersfield. So with that, I want to thank all those who helped us get this far. I want to thank the city manager and his team, all of the colleagues on the city council who worked hard over the years, and all the residents of Westchester who the majority, who desperately want this project done and are eagerly awaiting the completion. Thank you very much.
I mentioned the contractors who are working on the project. The TRIP team, which was conceived by former Congressman Thomas, is 4 entities. It is the Kern Cog. Our next speaker is going to represent Kern Cog. We have the County of Kern. We have Caltrans. A number of Caltrans representatives are here this morning. We appreciate their efforts. They took what we call segment 1 of this project. It fit more naturally into a widening project that they're doing. And so the work around the on-ramps, which is a part of this design, is going to be done separate and in parallel in coordination of Caltrans. We particularly thank their efforts in that regard. And of course, the city of Bakersfield. Nick Fiddler, Christine Budak, and Luis Tepote are our leaders in the Public Works Department. And I saw Don Anderson, who acquired about 100 properties for this to happen. He hides, but he's here somewhere. We appreciate Don's effort. Oh, there he is. There are others. There are many other employees, other departments, other persons. We have half a dozen department heads here this morning. We appreciate your attendance and cooperation in that regard. So thank all of you who've been working on TRIP for the last 10 years, or only the last 2 or 3 in case of some turnover. The next speaker is we're talking about hardworking people, and Aaron Akimi started in TRIP as the district representative from Caltrans, moved over to the COG, has been a tireless generator of funds, and probably the major contributor to getting $159 million in grants over the last 6 months or so, mostly that are targeted for the Centennial Corridor. So Aaron Akimi.
Thank you, Alan. It's really great when a plan comes together. This project has been a long time coming, a very, very long time. Current COG, Caltrans, and Bakersfield have been studying this corridor for well over 30 years. Yes, I said 30 years. In those 30 plus years, metropolitan Bakersfield has grown from 270,000 people in 1985 to 542,000 people today. Our population has more than doubled in the last 33 years. That much population growth has obviously put a tremendous strain on our transportation system. Kern COG, this region's transportation planning agency, Caltrans, the previous owner of this corridor, Kern County, and Bakersfield have worked together for well over 30 years to develop multiple solutions to keep our roadway system as congestion-free as possible, given all that growth. All the proposed solutions that we've looked at have involved widening 24th Street. This project is essential to our ability to move people and goods. Our region's transportation system is what moves the economy. This project is one more vital leg in that system. Thank you to the Honorable Bill Thomas for securing the congressional earmarks that allowed us to move from just studying our transportation challenges to fixing them. Thank you.
Wow.
As our population continues to grow, more studies will certainly be necessary, as will actual construction projects to improve our transportation system or build new facilities like Centennial Corridor. Let's hope that we can stay ahead of our needs for the next 30 years. Thank you very much.
Aaron mentioned 30 years of study. Our management partner on this TRIP program is Parsons Transportation Group. Greg Garab is the local leader of our delegation. Greg, I know you're here. And he brought with him today the guru of all traffic engineers, which don't be frightened by that. Traffic engineers are fine. Who actually did a 1987 study on this corridor and has continued to work on it off and on since 1987. Bob Scales, we thank you. I'm hoping our next speaker is feeling his oats this morning, because what he is, he's a unique individual in his own rights. The bringer of the $630 million in TRIP earmark money here since his retirement from Congress, a great asset on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to this program in terms of encouraging federal and state cooperation, breaking through red tape and disruptions, giving us creative ideas, the Honorable William Thomas.
Thank you, Alan. Andre, I'm going to talk to you later about restraining your enthusiasm. I'd probably say Alan Tandy is the best city manager in Bakersfield. I might push it to Kern County. I might go the state of California, but I don't know about the best in the country. Keep our. I woke up this morning and realized on my calendar was a groundbreaking for 24th Street improvement. I purposefully waited until I was sure it was going to happen. That's why I arrived about 1 minute before the program started. I have had too many ups and downs about whether or not we're going to get this particular project finally moving toward completion. We always had to address 24th Street. We had to address 24th Street because people who were here before us and decided that the only real piece of freeway we had, 178, was going to dead end into downtown. I remember going through the city of Stanislaus on 99 for the longest period of time because the state senator who represented that area wouldn't let 99 bypass the center of Bakersfield, of Stanislaus, the city of Stanislaus, and so they were on city streets far longer than they should have been. And since we were denied opportunities over more than half a century to try to keep our road network in tune with how much we grew, we have this. Now, I'm lamenting where people are going to go to buy their Christmas trees. And in a recent sense, the pumpkins for Halloween. But thankfully, for whatever reason, this piece of land was never developed like the other corners because it would have required an even more major undertaking in trying to utilize an already required thoroughfare to actually be one and carry the amount of traffic that it's going to carry. So I never thought we would stand here with the groundbreaking of the 24th Street project, knowing that as we're building the bridges across the river and we're connecting 58 with 99 with the Centennial Corridor, that we're doing that with all the money we need in the bank. We don't have to borrow, we don't have to beg, and we don't have to bond. There were a lot of dire statements for a long time about what we were trying to do was not only physically impossible, but fiscally impossible. And this day today is, to me, most significant in the fact that all of the naysayers, all of the challenges that had to go through the courts, and all of the planning, and all of the help, and all of the need have all come together today when we go over and do our usual finishing ceremony job of shoveling some dirt. 24th Street is here. It will be made the best possible length that we can make it, but it is now finally part of the change called the TRIP movement. So thank you all for all your help, most importantly believing that if you plan and work together, it can actually happen. There's just one person here, and I know Mayor Go is with us, and we welcome you. But there was a fellow that I cut a lot of ribbons and turned a lot of dirt for, who isn't here, and who told me one time after one of these groundbreakings, one of my real goals is to be here when we break the last portion to complete the project. So as far as I'm concerned, he's here in spirit. I've never tried to dress like he was to make a difference, but he made a difference for a long, long time. So let's remember Harvey Hall as we finish this project.
If you didn't get a program, please stop over here at the table and get one. Janet Wheeler, who organized this, who does our public relations, who does the monthly trip report, most everything that has to do with the FASA trip, helped prepare this, coordinated it, and we thank her for all her efforts. It also has, for those of you from the neighborhood, it has a rough construction schedule. We're going to have 2 crews on this project, a night crew in the commercial area and a day crew in the residential area. And by doing that, we have a 14-month construction period, which for a project with such heavy traffic loading and complexity is really very good. And we welcome Griffith. Griffith does a great deal of work for the city, but I believe this is their first trip bid award, and we're looking forward to working with you. We are going to go over to the shovels, and there is the selfie station with the photo op before, and then we have some objects here for at least certain of the people who are mentioned for you as you exit. We appreciate all your attendance. Thank you very much.
Hey, Richard.
I'm going to hide in the office for a little while.
From Seattle.
Back up around.
And then went down to the Bay Area for a while. Started in Bakersfield. Right. Yes. No one sits. He's a real money coach.
want another one.